What's going on, people? This is Barney Artist, and you are watching the Guestlist Network. Stay locked.
Homes is elementary and primary and secondary floors. Close your eyes, jump on my wave and see this brother sure. Lyrics I create, paints a canvas with colours. The colours ain't even prominent, but still abundant for sure. You don't know me, I'm Barney with the capital B. Myself and ensure that I'm admiral. Wealth in my health, I thank God for my attitude.
Hi, I'm Lauren Charlotte. I'm here with Barney. How are you doing today, Barney?
I'm alright, how you doing?
Good, I'm very good, thank you. Okay, so briefly, for those who don't know, who is Barney and what is he about?
Barney is a rapper from East London who's just about like real hip-hop, I suppose. Yeah, like I'm 21 and yeah, like I've been rapping for a few years now, and I'm just about real music.
Okay, so being an independent artist yourself, how difficult would you say it is for independent artists in the UK to make their own way right now?
I think with just the way that music is kind of going in general, a lot of people are kind of getting signed to majors with the urban category. I think the only problem with that is that there's a lot of kind of like rubbish kind of getting mixed in with everything now, and the only problem with being independent is that it's being seen. I think the hard work is to kind of get that kind of platform a bit, but then once you get it, I do think there's benefits in it, is that people will ride with you and stick with you just because they've been fans of you from whenever you kind of started. So I think there's kind of like a flip to it. So the bad thing is that it's hard to be seen because there's so much of it, but then the good thing is once you are seen, that they will be quite loyal to you and there's no one kind of pulling strings or anything like that.
Yeah, all the facts, I hope you promote me.
Yeah, but it's poetry and everything. It's poetry and how someone does an interview. You know, the way they deliver it, the words you choose, and how you segue to the next subject. So it's poetry and everything if you look for it.
The vibe that I be spitting. Most handling what I'm gripping, acrobatics with the Latin, cause languages I'll be flipping. Static will I be sitting, hold ransom like with the Gibson Mel. Inhale, shopping at retail, top man, stop scams with fraudulent detail. Stopping to speak well while topping my details.
So you recently released an EP, BAEP. How would you say your music has developed from the freestyle sessions, mixtapes, to the EP?
Boy, that's, I think like with the BAEP, which is the Barney Artist EP, which is kind of like a reintroduction to kind of like people that have kind of just kind of jumped on listening to my music and stuff. It was more, I think, with the freestyle sessions and the freestyle sessions too, was kind of set to a certain people that kind of known me like throughout kind of like what I've been doing and like kind of like messing about with freestyles, and it's kind of like honed into actually making an actual song that like it's all original stuff, and I kind of like teamed up with like a few producers like Riddle and Alpha Mist and Bit One, to kind of bring like a sound that was kind of like me, kind of like honing my own sound. And I think that was kind of important to kind of like cement myself as kind of like an actual artist. So that's why even the name kind of went from Barney to like Barney Artist, just so that you know that I'm kind of like an actual artist, as it were. So yeah.
The man frame with a genius. Einstein with rhymes, providing lines to be your realist. Deciding to vibe over a line that keeps me decent. I ain't trying to be the grittiest guy, fam, I'm just speaking. And that's real talk, I'm a real sport. Not hockey or cocky, but fam, I still talk. Not rocky or stocky, but fam, I'm still broad. And they're not kicking it properly, kinda like real talk. Yeah.
So, like you said, you work with a few producers on the EP. How important do you think production is to your music, and how would you describe your sound?
Like, I think production is probably equally as important as the rapping. I think you can have the best bars or lyrics as you possibly can. Like with me personally, I can't write lyrics without an instrumental or a beat. I can't do it. Some people can, I can't. I think it kind of sets tone to what I write about. I kind of listen to the song and I kind of know, okay, I need to do this on that beat, or I need to do that on that beat and stuff. And I think that like, in terms of production, you have to kind of be on point when it comes to that. Otherwise, it doesn't gel well. The sound that I kind of created is a kind of like a somewhat, because this is the problem that I was talking about. It's like with urban music nowadays, it's not really urban music. It's kind of like like a diluted pop that's kind of like got gritty because now it's in. And like fair dues, if you want to do that, that's great. But I can't really call my. So I'm kind of against the word urban because it basically means like pop with a rap verse in it. And I think that I'd rather call myself experimental and stuff like that, just because it's not the conventional way of hip hop or whatever and stuff. So I'm a hip hop artist, but I probably call myself experimental / hip hop. Yeah.
So what artists do you really respect in the hip hop genre right now?
Like, is it just UK or US or is it either? I think probably the first one off the top is probably Kendrick Lamar. I think he's kind of an amazing rapper. I think he's kind of like, just in terms of sound and kind of honing in on your own sound and kind of developing in that in itself, is he's done that, and I respect that. A guy called Blue, who's a rapper as well. He's sick. He has that kind of like, in the freestyle sessions too, I kind of got a lot of my influence from his mixtape called Her Favorite Color, and it's kind of like a lot of things I do in my music is kind of like have like if it's a film sample or stuff like that, kind of just kind of bring a cinematic feel to it. And Blue does that in Her Favorite Color. So he's sick. Foreign Exchange, they're amazing. Fonte, he's sick. UK wise, I have to give it out to my mate Nick Brewer. I think he's amazing. I love A Yellow Man. They're a sick group. I'd love to work with them. The group called HR, they're sick. They could be here for a while.
On the EP, there's references to people like Lauryn Hill, the Fugees, Craig David. Who would you say influences you musically in general, like outside of the hip hop genre, other than them?
It's gonna sound so funny. Like I'm like my mum, like when I grew up, the only radio station that was ever on in our house was Heart or Magic, like literally, like throughout my childhood. So it's really bad because when it goes on in the car, my gangster rapper, no, I'm not a gangster rapper, but my rap image just goes out the window because I'm like a fan of like ABBA, like Don't Judge Me, Earth, Wind and Fire, Kool and the Gang, like that kind of style. But then like recently I'm really kind of getting into like a lot of the Brit pop. So I'm really into like some ska and stuff. Like I love Madness, I love The Specials, I love The Cure, The Jam. Like I'm really getting into that kind of stuff as well. It's kind of like blending. So it's kind of like a real big fusion in everything and everywhere. So that's why.
Okay, so I understand you're a Christian. How big a part, if any, does your faith play in the music making process?
I think faith in general, no matter what you believe in, is quite detrimental to what you spew out on your music. I think my faith has played a big part in that. Like I believe in God and stuff, and I think that kind of made me think in a certain way and kind of have different views into certain aspects of stuff. And as I grow, I kind of like learn different things and understand different things. But yeah, like I think faith is kind of like the core of my music, and it kind of like follows around it. So that's why it's kind of like quite a introspective kind of look on stuff and life and stuff. So yeah, it's quite important.
It's truer than anything measuring. Yeah, I'm close to my ruler. I'm spitting life at average. Yeah, I'm close to a trooper dexterity element. My speaking impediment means I'm hands on when I enter the booth, cause I'm clued up. Yeah, and it's the rap. I'm flowing, only promoting all the facts. Yeah.
So what should we look out for from you in the near future? What have you got lined up?
Well, yeah, like the BA EP is done really, really well. We just hit 1,000 downloads, which is amazing. So like we're kind of like in talks with like different companies. Don't want to give too much away, but like we've got like a video coming out for one of the songs called Turn Your Head Around, which is shot and done, and there might be a possible sponsorship kind of thing going on with that. So yeah, it's just more visuals. I like to push out the BA EP, and we're gonna get started on the next project, which is we've got a name for, but I can't reveal it yet. But yeah, like, and I'm gonna get started on that and kind of just keep on like progressing and kind of developing myself.
Okay, and then thinking more in the longer term, where do you see yourself being in 10 years' time? What sort of artist would you want to be?
I just really want to be like have a real cult fan base, as in people that kind of understand and relate to what I'm saying. I want to be like relevant in that, you know, just kind of like touring, seeing the world, experiencing different things, you know, and still developing me as an artist and as a rapper, and just kind of just expanding it, you know, and taking it to different places. Yeah.
And it's the rap, I'm flowing, only promoting all the fat facts. Yeah, all the fat facts. I hope you're promoting up in all my raps.
What is hip hop to you?
Hip hop is like, I don't know, like one big movement, like one big family, you know, and I think that you relate to it. It's kind of people coming together and saying that, raw, like, you get me, or you understand me. And sometimes, like, if it's a family, like, sometimes you don't get along with like your brother or your sister, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you have different views from them, but the thing is, you all stems from the same place, you know. And I just want to be, you know, somebody that can kind of be true to myself. And I think hip hop has no color and has no preference and has no, you know what I'm saying, hidden agenda. It's just real music, and I want to kind of bring that real element back, hopefully.
A few random ones now. Have you done much travelling before? And if so, what's been your favourite holiday or travel destination?
Ooh, I've travelled a bit. My favourite place I've been is New York. I've been to New York. Yeah, probably the most bait one, New York. But yeah, I went to New York. That was amazing. I stayed out there for like a month. That was cool. So I'll probably say New York and stuff.
Okay. And if you could fill a swimming pool with any item, any substance, what would it be?
So I fill it. Anything. Do I have to jump in it?
You don't have to jump in it.
All right, cool. Okay, let me just visualize. So I have to visualize this. It's quite an important question. Swimming pool. So basically I have a swimming pool in my house, and I just wake up and it's a swimming pool of whatever I want.
I'd probably say chocolate.
Oh, okay. Okay, thanks for that. Good. I would say, like, I'm a real big, like, I love crisps. Yeah, but like crisps, and I love popcorn. So it was either be, and the crisps have to be either salt and vinegar, kettle chips, because that's I think that is, if not heaven, I don't know what is. Or like it's some new thing I've been having, like salt and sweet popcorn in like a packet. Where has it been all my life? I've never. It's amazing. So that's what I probably have. Kettle chips, salt and vinegar, or popcorn.
Nice. Okay, well, thanks a lot for speaking to us, Barney, and good luck with everything you've got planned in the future.